Hey Ratbags, today I'm going to go over the upgrades, the brand new way to do it in grounded so far unless anything changes from the PTB. So, all quartzite's gone. If you don't know by now, before this update hits everyone properly, you must spend all of your quartzite. Go ahead and upgrade all of your armor, your weapons. Make sure you use all of your levers as well, grub lever, berry lever, etc. Because a lot of that stuff will no longer be useful once this update hits, or in case of the quartzite, it will disappear completely from your inventory. So go ahead and upgrade your weapons. You don't need to get rid of your globs or use them, but if you have got the materials to make globs, I would advise that you make them now as well, because in the future, the globs are also going to require all these brand new rocks. So whatever you've got, make it up into globlets right now, and if you've got just random quartzite, then go ahead and use it. So we've got these new rocks. You've got the fashion rocks and then we've got the tough rocks. The fashion rocks come in 3 different tiers with different shapes, but they all have like a purpley blue tint to them. And when you break them open, you'll actually get a different bunch of nuggets from them. These nuggets are all fashion nuggets, tiers 1 to 3, and you'll get either cool, rad, or just normal fashion. You'll also be able to find these nuggets scattered around inside laboratories in certain places as well. The rock of toughness is the same. You'll find 3 different types of toughness rock around, and when you break it open, especially a tier 3 one, you've got a chance of getting different shards from it that might be the same, tiers 1 to 3, which again is cool, rad and tough. The fashion rocks are for upgrading your armor, and the tough nuggets are for upgrading your weapons. A good place to really see the difference in the rocks is the place where you get the 4-leaf clover or the coupe de grace mutation, and you can see the different types and different shapes of them. So these are all going to be tiers 1 to 3. So if you manage to collect some of them rocks and you haven't already, you need to go to the ASL station where Burgle is, or originally first activate it, and then go ahead and buy the smithing station, just like you used to in grounded. And to craft the smithing station, you will need 1 tough rock and 1 fashion rock now. And of course it is 100 science points. So once you've got your armor that you want to upgrade, you go over to the smithing station and you can see it costs some fashion nuggets to go ahead. Levels 1 to 5 pretty much means you're going to need 1 fashion nugget for each level. So level 1 costs 1 fashion nugget, level 2 is going to be 2, level 3, 3, level 4, 4, and level 5, 5 fashion nuggets. And just like quartzite used to do, these are going to increase your defense and durability by 5% each time. To upgrade your armor more than that, you're going to need the cool fashion nuggets. So these are slightly more advanced, and these are the tier 2 rocks that you might find, or you may get some by breaking open tier 3 rock. This pretty much replaces the need for obviously the grub and the berry lever. So if you want to upgrade to level 6, then you're going to need 2 cool fashion nuggets. If you want to upgrade to level 7, you'll need an additional 4 cool fashion nuggets. And just like before, you can choose to either go sleek or bulky. If you go bulky, you can increase your defense and durability with level 6 and level 7 by another 10%. So you'll be maxed out at 45%. If you go down the sleek path, then your max will be 35%. But of course you do get the bonus with that obviously being the grass harvest speed. So yeah, I've gone over stuff that is pretty old in terms of upgrading, but I have to say it because it is part of the new system, the new rocks. So what about levels 8 and 9? Well, at the moment you can upgrade level 8 if you have something called the rad fashion nuggets, which is effectively the tier 3 rock. But the devs have stated you won't be able to upgrade to level 9 because you won't be able to go ahead and craft enough of the rocks until you get a recipe for it. And that's a crucial difference with all of this stuff I just said. You'll be able to find a bunch of them rocks out in the world and you'll be able to get a whole ton of the nuggets. But there is going to be a limited amount. They don't respawn. So if you want to upgrade multiple armor sets, you might have to wait until you get the recipes for them to craft these nuggets yourself. And that's something you're going to be able to do by completing certain dungeons. So by completing the Black Ant Hill, you'll gain access to the recipe for tough nuggets and fashion nuggets, tier 1. Complete the termite dungeon and you'll get the chip that will give you access to the fashion cool nuggets and the tough cool nuggets. And at the moment we don't know exactly how we'll unlock the recipe for the rad nuggets. I'm presuming going to be in some sort of dungeon in the upper yard somewhere. So to max upgrade your armor at the moment, you are going to need to craft the rad fashion nuggets. But again, I repeat, you won't be able to do that until you get the recipe for them, which is currently locked till 1.0 on the 27th of September. You will be able to get hold of them tier 3 nuggets though in certain places, and you should be able to break them open, and so you will have a limited amount that you'll be able to go ahead and upgrade some of your armor and weapons to level 8 at least. If you want to get the tier 2 fashion nuggets, the cool ones for your armor, then you're going to need to craft them in an oven out of bug rubber. And if you want to go ahead and craft the regular normal fashion nuggets tier 1, then you're going to need a bunch of sap. Last thing to point out is that the tier 3 rad fashion nuggets, they will need 2 of them to get level 8, and you can need 4 of them to get level 9. It's more or less the same system for weapons, but you're going to be using the tough rocks instead. Each level 1 to 5 costs 2 tough nuggets. So level 1 is 2, level 2 is 4 tough nuggets, level 3 is 6 tough nuggets, level 4 is 8 tough nuggets, and level 5 is 10 tough nuggets. After that you'll use mighty globs and then of course the mighty jewels like you used to. But this is where it gets more interesting. The mighty jewels and the mighty globs, they now require some of the tough nuggets to craft, or the cool nuggets or the fashion nuggets. To craft a mighty glob, you're going to need 2 cool tough nuggets, and you need to bake them in the oven. And to upgrade level 6, you're going to need 5 mighty globs. So effectively, you're going to need 20 tough nuggets to go ahead and upgrade your weapon to level 6 from level 5. Level 7, you're going to need 10 mighty globs, so that's going to be 20 tough nuggets to go ahead and craft. And if you really want to craft up to level 8, well, you are going to need, again, still the scarab skins or shells, and 2 rad tough nuggets to craft 1 mighty jewel. And same thing, again, to get level 8, you're going to need 5 mighty jewels, and level 9, once we're allowed to, you'll be able to get with 10 mighty jewels. But at the moment, you can't access level 9. I'm obviously in custom mode here, so I'm just cheating and spawning a bunch in, or using it to create loads in the ovens. So in the real terms, you'll be able to go ahead and upgrade your armor and weapons without needing to complete any dungeons if you find some of the nuggets by breaking open some of the rocks. But once they've run out, that's it. You're going to have to go and complete these dungeons to earn the recipes to craft them in the oven. And likewise, of course, if you're adding any kind of element to your weapons like cool, spicy or salty, then you're going to need, again, still the rad tough nuggets to make into the jewel globs. All of the stuff though still requires glue after level 5 to go ahead and repair, which is great. And you'll be able to get your weapons up to level 55 at level 8, but you won't be able to unlock that 65% damage and durability bonus until we get the level 9 crafting option. You'll also obviously need to make the rad tough nuggets yourself eventually, and you'll be using black ox horns to do so. Then spider fangs to do the cool tough nuggets, and lava spikes to go ahead and craft just regular tough nuggets. I gotta admit, when I first read these patch notes, my mind was blown about it. I felt like it was way overcomplicated, but now I'm getting used to the idea and actually played with it in game. It does seem a lot more simpler. Effectively, they've turned them into like the milk molar upgrades, where you can pretty much get these hero resources to upgrade your armor and weapons, and then carry on crafting and making as many as you want in the future. So you still will need to pretty much gather lots of them resources like bug rubber and sap, as well as tough gunk, but you also are going to need to use some of the bug parts you've probably been storing up in your inventories. As long as you've got the actual smithing station, you can go ahead and upgrade your armor and weapons to some extent all the way through the early stages of the game, but there is going to come that point when you've got them all that you are going to have to then go and get these recipes from the dungeons to go ahead and craft even more in the future. And by those things, there is at least one more level. I don't think we're going to cap out at level 9. I do believe we'll end up getting level 10 tier weapons and armors, so I'm expecting another resource to go towards that, but we won't find that out till 1.0. Hopefully that's explained it all more thoroughly for you guys. Some things may change. They may mess around with the amounts that you get from breaking on some of these rocks. I'm sure that's something they'll look at. And also, yeah, don't forget you can get a mixed variety of different types of nuggets by breaking these rocks, especially when they're higher tier like tier 3 and tier 2. I do still wish kind of that the rocks were maybe something different, as I said a couple times in streams, like maybe plastic beads. That could be a thing that I think would make it look a bit more interesting, but it is what it is, and we'll have to see how it plays out when it's all fully integrated with 1.0. But there you go, that's the new way to upgrade your armor and weapons in Grounded. Hope you found that useful. If you have, leave a like, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll check you guys out for more Grounded stuff soon. Bye bye.